Hello, marrieds. Welcome to Encounter Marriage Fellowship. Today is the first day, actually the second one. We met together last month and we enjoyed at the Mudokos. We had great fun and we decided today we will start meeting in our smaller gatherings in different homes. And before we just shoot off today's discussion, babe, how are you? Which other couples are hosting people today?
Hi, good evening. Welcome to our very first Marriage Fellowship. We are recording this earlier in time, so I hope that the message will resonate with you when you finally watch this. I want to give a big shout out, first of all, to Nelly
And Moses.
Yes. Our marriage leader, wherever you are, whichever group you are visiting, I want to send you our greetings. I would also like to give a big shout out to Patrick and Rose that are hosting the group in Mengo, Lunguja. Yes, who else would you like to?
Gavin and Birunji, they're hosting our groups that right away in Kira, Seta, Mukono side. So shout out to them.
Barbara and David Buyinza that are hosting the group on Gayaza Road.
Yes, so funny. That group is just going to have a lot of fun because Barbara and Buyinza just love marriage. The Rabtomazes they're hosting on Hoima Road, that Nansana Road, Wakiso Road. Shout out to you and the team that is meeting there.
Mr. and Mrs. Muwanga that are hosting the group in Buziga.
The rich people.
Yeah, the ones on the hill. I'm sure the air is fresher and cleaner up there. Greetings to you.
And then we also have Major Joachim and Teopista. They're hosting on that road. We always call it Chengera. You move from Chengera, you go to Budo, that entire Sanji group.
Yeah.
So we know, shout out to you. Thank you so much for hosting. And so we are so excited. I hope you're going to have a great time. Now, a need came up, babe, from the series that we are doing.
Yeah.
We want to spend some time there. First of all, how was the series, that main series about her need, his need?
It sort of hit me like a ton of bricks. I didn't see it coming. It's a message that came out of a speaking engagement that Pastor Andrew and I had. And from speaking to the couples there, we realized that this is actually deep. It was pertinent. It was just perfect for February. And, you know, the Lord always does his thing.
Yeah.
The Lord always does his thing. He spoke to us, gave us a message, and we came and delivered the message, and it has resonated. It is crazy. On Sunday, we almost couldn't let you preach the sermon. I wanted to come up on stage and be like, yo, Pastor, what is this? I was really, really blessed.
Yeah.
I was really, really blessed, yes.
So we want to dive into the needs. And in our groups right now, what we want to do is we want to listen in, see those needs, and digest them as marrieds. And the first need we said that ladies have is they need a vision.
Yeah.
They need direction. Where are we going as a family?
Yeah.
What's this whole thing going as married couples? We've been married for 1 year, 2 years, 2 months. But where are we going? What does the future look like?
Yeah. The first need for a man is honor and respect. The Bible in Ephesians tells the husband to love and the wife to honor, respect, and submit to their husbands.
Yeah.
And very often we see that women, instead of honoring and submitting and respecting, they want to love. They want to buy men flowers. Ladies, your men don't want flowers. They don't want gifts. They want you to honor and respect them.
Yeah.
Yes.
And when it comes to the man, women want to be financed.
Yes.
You'll hear the word of Tamfako and all that.
Twagala sente, twagala chidana chonna. Your words, give us money. Yes. I always say that men have to there are certain things that men do that they are really trying to compensate because they don't give. But if you give the woman money, you will find that you.
Now let me explain the point.
you'll find that you need to do very little. You people, on that point on Sunday, I wanted to get my vuvuzela and I get up on stage because I feel like the men don't understand how important this
that money is.
Yes.
So money is very important in a family. And today when you discuss with your partner there, with the friends, just for you to know the significance of what money means to a woman. It's protection. It is provision.
Yes.
So the woman wants to know that you are there for her. It's the pride she has that my husband is a provider, is taking care of me.
Yeah.
So finances is very, very important. Yes, babe.
The second need of a man, and I hope that if you are a married woman at Encounter, I have drilled this need down and you have truly understood.
Yeah.
You have to give the man sex.
Yeah.
Sex for a man is not a want, it is a need. In fact, I'm sure they also don't understand themselves because they're thinking, why am I like that? But God wired them like that. So if you are to meet their need, you need to give him sex. So for us, we always say in our marriage that sex is always on the table.
Yes.
Every day is a good day to have sex. Every time is a good time to have sex. There is no excuses. You can't say, boy, I have a headache. Did you know that sex is a cure for headaches? So the next time your wife says, well, I can't because you see my back, sex cures all those things. So sex must always be on the table.
And I think for me, I love 1 Corinthians 7 that says sex is a duty.
Yes.
Chapter 3, I think 7, chapter 3 says, chapter 2 says, verse 2 says, your body is not my own.
Yeah.
My body belongs to Angel. Angel's body belongs to me.
Yes.
And then it continues and says that husbands, fulfill your marital duty as to your wife, and your wife fulfill your marital duty. So for me, sex is a duty.
Yes, but I like how you complete that.
Yeah.
Because when Pastor Andrew is, and I've been there when he's doing premarital counseling, he tells the couples, especially the ladies, because it's us who struggle with that, men don't find it difficult. So he says sex is a duty, but just because it's a duty, it doesn't mean that it can't be a delight.
Yes.
So there are two sides of the same coin.
Absolutely.
Sex is a duty, but it can also be a delight. Yes.
Then we talked about courageous leadership.
Yes.
Women want to be led
by men who are courageous.
Men who have values, men who stand for something.
We want their devils.
Yes.
Yes, and that's why we want those bad boys, because they go after big things. Yes.
So they know that you've shared the vision, yes, but it takes a courageous leader to go after that vision.
Yes.
So as a husband, women want you to lead, not for them to come to you and say, I don't know, I'm also thinking about it and all that. They want you to make decisions, to move, not to analysis paralysis. You find many couples where the husband has no clue what's happening with the children, have no clue what's happening with the home.
It's not leading.
It's not leading.
It's not leading.
So it's important. Courageous leadership means that you lead in everything.
Yes.
What shocks me is when men say,
I am a helper.
Yes.
I am here to help the leader.
Yes.
So the leader needs to know where we are going. He needs to be leading us.
Yeah.
Then I come alongside him to help him.
And in that leadership, it speaks a lot about the words a woman hears you as a man speak.
Yeah.
So if you're speaking words that you don't fulfill,
yeah,
then
you must be a man of your
you
word.
have to be a man of your word. That's what courageous leadership means. If you tell a woman this is what we are going to do, you better do it. Because women never forget. You know, men, we speak to the brains. Women, everything we speak goes where? To the heart.
Yeah.
So that's very, very important.
The third need of a man, we said, if you remember from the Sunday service, is that a man needs affirmation.
Yeah.
He needs to know that he's doing a good job. There are certain things as a woman you would want your husband to do. But I have found that the more you tell the man what to do, the harder his heart becomes.
Yeah.
He will not listen. I have found that it's very difficult. I don't know how God created you people. You don't listen to women.
No, it's every time you don't affirm and you're just telling, it's like you want to control me. So that's how women
So you feel like I am commanding you.
Yes.
Yes.
So the man's ego goes up. He says, "Sure, okay,
I will not." The more you tell him, ladies, whatever you tell him to do, he will not do it. In fact, right now I got to a point where if I want my husband to do something, I won't tell him. I have another man that I tell, because I found that men listen to men. But if you want him to do what you want him to do, affirm. Affirmation.
Affirm the things he's doing.
Yes, whatever he's doing, whatever direction he's headed, that is right, affirm that.
Yeah.
When you see the things that make you want to quarrel and complain, behave as though your eyes don't see those things. Ignore the bad, affirm the good. Every time you affirm the good, it will be repeated.
Absolutely. And for me, that gives encouragement. I love the angle you brought in. Speak to another man.
Yes.
Who is close to your.
And that's what I did when I wanted to go for holiday. I knew we could afford it, but I kept telling them, and the man said no. So I went. I got a person that I know he listens to, because men listen to men. Nemugamba gwe guy. This is what I want. Nambuza we nemuwanedde. So this one comes home, says, oh yeah, we are going on holiday. But me, I had already, passed my thing underneath there.
So the other thing, men or husbands that are listening, women want to be listened to. It's so important to listen to your wife.
Yes.
You see, it's because men, we are very logical in the things we do. We're always wondering, where is this heading? How can I solve it?
Yeah.
What is she telling me? We are listening to respond.
Every interaction must have a purpose.
For us, that's how we
What
feel.
are we trying to achieve?
What are we trying to
with
achieve?
this conversation? What are we trying to achieve?
And yet that's not how women were wired.
Yeah.
Women were wired because in their brain, everything is together.
Yeah.
Everything is together. Children, babies, work, husband, the border guy, whatever is happening in her life, everything is in one basket. So she's thinking through it, and she needs to bounce it off. You need to do anything, just listen.
Yeah.
But I've realized that in that listening, a man has to have the patience, to have the time. You have to give a woman time. Women need time. But how do you listen to them without giving them what? Time. So the listening has a lot to do with time. It has less to do with solving anything. Just listen. Give me time. Listen. Let me pour out. And so it's important for us as men to know that that's a big need, a very, very big need for a woman. You say, but Pastor, I don't have time. No,
you have time. You have time. You have a lot of time. After service on Sunday, I had a conversation with a couple of women, and their biggest comment was that men don't know that if you give me time and listen to me, the other second need, the one that we talked about, the sex, it will just be automatic.
Yeah.
It will flow beautifully. You won't have to work hard. You won't have to beg. You won't have to manipulate. You won't have to plead. It will just happen automatically because we are emotional beings.
That's true.
Once I feel like you have connected with my heart, my soul, you see me.
That's true.
We want to feel like you see us.
Yes.
You hear me. You hear my concerns. You are concerned about me as an individual. Once I feel seen and heard, my world is yours. My body is yours. My heart is yours.
And so for me, men, it's a deliberate thing. I struggled with it because I thought she wanted solutions and all that. But after doing it many times, I realized, no, she just wants to feel heard. So being there and just hearing and removing that phone off and just put that phone aside and say, this time, let me just listen to my wife. And sometimes after listening, these days what I do, you just pray. You say, let me just pray over whatever that is, whatever concern she has. And I can tell it's very, very beautiful. Yes.
The last need that we discussed on Sunday that a man has is the need to be inspired.
Yeah.
Ladies, God has given you a good man. I want to assure you, if he wasn't good, you would not be married to him.
Yeah.
But even though he's good, there is a lot of unpacked potential. There is a lot of greatness in him that you as a woman need to bring out.
Yes.
And we bring it out through the things that we say to our husbands, the way that we encourage them, the way that we challenge them, the way that we give them feedback.
Yes.
Positive feedback, not always critiquing and complaining. No, inspiration. Inspiration is very different from comparing and complaining.
Yeah.
But you can inspire your man to greatness. The man that you want to see 5 years from today will depend on what you are putting in.
What you
Do not
now.
be deceived. You reap what you sow.
Yes.
If the man is going to be weak and small and it is because you are building him to be that. So we need to inspire the men in our lives, because the thing is, when he prospers and becomes big, you also are exalted alongside him.
You see, for me, the thing I'll tell wives, the thing that amazes me and we miss it is when we compare our husbands.
Yes.
And women, you do this subtly. You say, I passed by Gundi's home and this is what is happening. And men, we pick all that. You're thinking, okay.
Yeah. Even though you're not great listeners, but when it comes to complaining and comparing, you pick up.
We pick them quickly.
Yeah. And because I think it affects the ego.
Yes. Yeah. So you're speaking to the core of the man. So you're thinking, okay, so are you comparing me with this and this person? By the way, men know when they're not okay. They know it. So the best thing is to inspire him.
Yeah.
Because men are living in the world that beats them every day.
Down.
Every day they're being beaten. Every day the world is showing them they cannot handle. Every day the world is telling them they are less than.
Yeah.
And especially in the world of feminism right now, everything is about the woman is greater than you, they can do better and all that. You need to come in and just say, I'm going to inspire my husband by what I speak.
Yeah, I think it also comes from mostly because we are women, we are nurturers. Sometimes you feel like you need to mother this man.
Yeah.
But that's not your place. That's not your calling. My husband has his mother. If he needs a beat down and some discipline, that will come from his mother. My job is to be a kingmaker. I am not there to teach him humility. No, in fact, I don't want him to be humble. I want him to be big and proud and boisterous. There is a role that a mother plays, but the confusion comes in when in the marriage, the woman wants to mother the man.
Yeah.
So she's teaching him discipline. No, it is not your job to teach discipline. So do what a wife does. And a wife is there to build up. To inspire. Yeah.
Then lastly, for the woman, I want you to know that your woman wants you to be kind. Wants you to be kind. Men, we can be very rude.
Yeah.
We can be mean. We can be inconsiderate. We can shatter everything about the woman. We just mentioned one statement and everything she has been doing from morning to evening seems like what she was doing was a waste.
Yeah.
So I tell men that we need to be able to be kind. The words we use that are kind, we need to appreciate. We need to feel. You see, kindness is about you feeling what your wife feels. The burden of home, the frustration at work, the burden of, I was able to prepare, thank you, the kind words you give to her, acknowledging her space and what she does in the home. Because I hear men saying, my wife does nothing. It's not true. Your wife does something. Being able to acknowledge that, being empathetic towards her, being compassionate towards her, going an extra mile to do something for her because you know that it's a kind gesture. It's very, very important. And on Sunday I shared with you, see the washing machine is broken. I will go an extra mile to fix it because I know it's important.
It might not affect your life, but it affects mine.
Yes.
And because it affects my life, you go out of your way to fix my problem.
Your problem, your frustration.
Yeah.
There's a time we had a debate long ago about charcoal and gas. And for a man, we don't understand those things.
Yeah.
But listening and being kind and say, okay, my wife is saying this gas thing and it might be expensive. What can we do? He's talking about charcoal. I don't like buying charcoal, moving around, but I know my wife wants it. He says, and all that. Now that world is good, but it takes certain kind gestures. Because sometimes men say, no, but I've given you the money. Sometimes she wants you to go and
make the purchase.
So those needs are absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
So, babe, how have women experienced these needs? The ones I've talked about.
I think out of the 5, in my opinion, ladies especially, I think would resonate more with number 1, the vision.
Yes.
A man who has vision, because financing gives me security for now, for today. I want you to give me money so that I feel secure for now.
Yeah.
But a vision shows me that the future is secure. It paints a picture for me on what the future will look like. And so if I have the money, the financing for now, I'm secure. But I also know that where we are headed, we have a plan.
Yes, my children will be secure.
Yes, my children will be secure. They will be provided for. They will not go to bed hungry, because I am an emotional being. I will not just worry about not having money now, but I will also worry about the future. The women start worrying about school when the baby is 2 months. But if you have given me a vision of what the future looks like, then I am not worried. Takes care of those worries. And I think that last point that you talked about, the kindness, very, very paramount. It makes a whole lot of difference when you have a kind partner, a partner that prefers you. There is a reason why the Bible tells the man to love the wife the way he loves his body.
Yeah.
Because abasajja mweyagala. Men love their bodies. They will prefer themselves. Men will take care of themselves. Yes?
How?
Oina chote tusako before you, Anyuka. Oh, I need a laptop. Oh, but what does your wife need? Are you taking care of those needs? So being able to think about your wife as much as you think about yourself, I think that's also a form of kindness.
Yeah.
So that you are preferring her.
You consider her.
You consider her in any situation. I think for women that is very important. Yes. So the vision, the finances, we need the money. Twagala sent.
And the kindness.
And then the kindness.
So generally, kindness, the vision, the money resonates a lot with many women.
With many women.
Many women.
Yes.
For me, I think when it comes to the men, all of them got great. The first two are very important for a man. A man cannot stand a woman who is quarrelsome, a woman who takes away his peace. You see, for respect and honor brings peace to the man. He knows men love their peace.
I'm coming home to a peaceful environment where I will be welcomed, received well.
Yes.
No one will quarrel at me. I can sit in my chair that they have assigned me. Bandetera katunda. I can put my feet up and rest.
Because for a man, he's coming from, I usually tell men that we are always in the jungle.
Yeah.
So when I come home, I don't want a home to be a jungle. I want my home to be a home, calm. And that calmness comes with a word of respect and honor. I want to come home when I know that my kids are coming and greeting me. My wife is greeting me, is excited. So that honor thing means a lot for a man because it speaks peace. Men want peace. Women, listen, men want their peace. That's why a man, for you marrieds, you'll hear stories saying, how can a man leave a house in Manyamunyonyo where there are all the things and goes in a house in the slum and be with the other woman? And you'll hear men telling you, you know what? The other one is giving me peace.
There is honor and respect in the other house.
Yes. And for peace for men is honor and what? Respect. But a quarrelsome woman, a woman is resentful. A woman is speaking. Women can mention certain words. Then you're thinking, okay, well, that was what I'm called for.
But you know that they know what they are doing.
I know.
They know exactly
what
they are doing.
Comment. Singa twasigala watata. Now, why are you?
Saying that. What are you trying to achieve?
So that for me, for men, is generally speaking, men honor that. And then the part of sex is very important. I think for me, for men, what we struggle with, we hear women saying, "Nyagala kuwako." I'm thinking, no, you're not cool. The Bible says, your body is my body. And mine is yours. Because the moment you use that language, as men, we are thinking, okay, so you're giving me, meaning you have power to say no. But that's not scripture. As Christians, so as men, Christian men, we sit there and we're thinking, okay, either we are reading the Bible wrongly, because what is mine is yours. What is yours is mine. That's what the Bible says. But then when we reach home, but what is that? You're not giving me. I know the fellowship is going to be on fire. We are giving one another. That's what the Bible says.
But you're not giving me, man.
The Bible doesn't say, I give you money. It's not a transaction. The Bible says, your body
is my
mine.
body.
My body is yours. So for me, I love what we did for our marriage, where we said, every day it's on the table.
Yeah.
So I don't feel someone is there with a whip. He's going to use it as today you came in early home. Tomorrow you spoke to me badly. Nothing.
Today you are a good boy.
Now you're a good boy. Let me reward you as if I'm a son in a home. No. So for me, those two things are very important.
Yeah.
And of course, inspiration.
Yeah.
I don't know. Most men love a woman who challenges them, not compares them.
Yeah.
That's very, very important for a man.
Yeah.
Where you're not challenging me, you're not comparing me, you're not trying to manipulate me, but you're simply saying, Andrew, I see potential in you. This is what I see in you.
Yeah.
We can do it together. Me, I will do one unjakwata wano. You catch here, we can go. So for me, that's the general experience. When it comes to your personal,
the personal experience I'm supposed to give is on your needs or mine?
On yours.
On mine. Still, for me, it's the kindness.
Kindness.
Because I can't even express how important and how much that has changed my heart towards you and the way that I am open to you, because I feel like you see me, you consider me, you care for me.
Yeah.
You're kind. You show kindness to me at every turn. That thing that I said on Sunday, where he would just turn to me and ask me, are you well?
Yeah.
Are you okay? And it's not that he's just saying it as a by the way, but he actually gives me his ear and he will listen to me.
Yeah.
So that kindness has really resonated with me.
I think for me it's number one, honor and respect. Because I usually tell people my love language is words, but when you look at the research, actually most men, their love language is words, words of affirmation. That's what. So for me, that honor and respect, being able to have my peace. I love my peace. I want my peace. I don't want to be at home, and the home is a war. I want to come home when home I am being respected and honored. That's what I want. So I think for me that would be it. So now to the group.
Yes.
We've come to the end. We want to give some guiding questions that we are going to answer in our marriage group. Number one, what has been your experience in meeting your partner's need?
Yes.
What has been your experience in meeting your partner's needs? So if you're a man, what has been your experience in meeting these 5 things for your wife?
Yes.
We want you to give us that experience in that meeting. The same applies to the lady. Then the second.
And then we want you to rate yourself out of 10. What number do you give yourself? How have you met your partner's needs?
On each need.
On each need, out of 10.
Yes.
And then we want to also ask your partner, do they agree with the rating you have given yourself? We're not asking your partner to rate you. You are rating yourself, and then your partner is, yes, I agree, or I disagree.
Yes.
Yes.
And in that moment of rating where you say, okay, I agree here, no, this one is maybe lower or higher. At the end of the meeting, what the leader is going to be able to do is, we want to pray for one another.
Yeah.
We want to pray as couples and say, okay, God, help us to rise up and meet our spouse's need. We want to be able to meet them at their point of need so that our marriages can flourish.
Yes.
So we're going to share those experiences. We're going to rate ourselves how we're doing them. Then we're going to ask our spouse whether our rating is true or not. Then thereafter, we are going to pray. So we want to pray. I want you to spend the next maybe 10 minutes or so just praying as couples. God, help my husband, help my wife.
Help me.
Help me.
Yeah.
Help me be the kind of man or woman that meets my spouse's needs.
Yes.
So from us to you, enjoy your marriage fellowship. We are so excited. Angel and I are going to be enjoying ours at the Mudokos. That's where we're going to be meeting.
Yes.
So Any last words?
Bye bye.
Bye bye.